2023 Lotus Emira. First look. Hello guys and welcome to our channel Latest Luxury Cars. We are here to review about the all-new 2023 Lotus Emira from all possible aspects. Here we go. The Lotus Emira 2023 is the most recent model from the iconic British sports car manufacturer and the final to employ an internal combustion engine. That's correct. Lotus is aiming for an all-electric future, as the Evija hypercar has hinted. However, before saying goodbye to its gasoline-powered heritage, the business will reward purists to one last gas-burning model. The Emira is the successor of the Evora GT, which is now the only Lotus marketed in the United States. It is more practical, has a significantly better cabin, and for the first time features active safety systems, while the entry-level Emira will have a Turbo 4 with 360 horsepower. Lotus offers a supercharged V6 with 400 ponies and an available manual gearbox. Emira competes with Porsche's 718 Cayman and certain 911 variants. The Emira will unite Lotus's gasoline history with its electric future when it goes on sale in late 2022. With an exotic look inspired by the carbon fiber-intensive Evija and a bonded aluminum architecture inherited from the Evora GT. It's a new Lotus, but it also marks the end of an era. The Lotus Emira is the company's single sports vehicle, bridging the gap left by the Elise, Exige, and Evora. If all goes as planned, it will be the entry-level model in a three-car lineup by mid-2023, joining the Eletre SUV and Evija hypercar. While much about the Emira is new, the exterior, the interior, and the positioning as a direct competitor to the Porsche Cayman, it will also be the penultimate Lotus to use a petrol engine. The next step in the strategy is an Elise replacement co-developed with Alpine, which will be followed by an A110 successor based on the same platform. Both vehicles will be entirely electric. Putnam's Leap, a secluded nook in the English county of Norfolk, with no signs. It is a bizarre double hump on the short route that joins the little communities of Hethersett and East Carleton near the Lotus Company's headquarters in Heffel. When approaching from the north, there is a sharp climb, a moderate descent, and then another uphill slope. A topographical peculiarity caused by the way England's medieval roadways were flung over rather than pushed around the countryside. It will always be remembered as both a notorious and cherished episode in Lotus history. Lotus' new mid-engine Emira outperforms Putnam's Leap with ease. The engine flares briefly as the rear tires unload. The first climb is eaten with equal lack of drama. Steering goes light for a discernible beat as the road lowers away. And the second, harsher bump is digested with equal lack of drama. The springs, dampers, and bump stop on the Emira are all working hard, especially because the bulk of the rear-mounted V6 generates a hammer blow. But everything is well in the cabin, engine, transmission, and performance. The Emira will be powered by one of two engines, a turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder or a supercharged 3.5-liter V6. The four-cylinder engine comes from Mercedes-AMG and produces 360 horsepower. The single transmission option is a dual-clutch automatic transmission, which drives the rear wheels. The V6 engine is a Toyota-sourced power plant brought over from the previous Evora GT. It is compatible with either an automated torque converter transmission or a manual transmission. Lotus claims the 3.5-liter produces 400 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque with the stick shift. Unlike other current sports cars, the Emira will forego electric power steering in favor of a hydraulically assisted arrangement that offers unrivaled feel and input. The EPA has not provided fuel economy figures for the Emira, and we haven't had an opportunity to test one on our 75 mph highway fuel efficiency route. For the time being, a 3.5-liter supercharged V6 of Toyota origin, as seen in the Evora and Exige S. We tested it with the 6-speed manual transmission. But a 6-speed paddle shift automatic, not a twin clutch, is also available. A cheaper Emira i4 will be added to the lineup soon. Driven by AMG's 2.0-liter turbo firecracker from the A35 and a 45 hot hatches, The car will be offered only with an 8-speed twin-clutch transmission and will cost £59,995. The V6 will be a little less, and Lotus is only constructing highly spec'd £71,995 first edition vehicles from the start, all of which have already sold out, along with another year's normal production after that. The Emira looks so nice that it's already recouping parent company Geely's investment before most buyers have even had a whiff of it. The Emira absorbs the substantial shocks without any of the active technologies that are now standard on so many sports vehicles. The Lotus uses passive shock absorbers rather than electro-adjustable ones, and a mechanical limited slip differential rather than clutch packs to shuffle torque from side to side according to some algorithm. It is so analog. The hydraulically assisted steering is powered by an engine-driven pump, and a fluid-aided rack is said to outperform even the greatest electrically powered systems in terms of feedback. This is old school. Slide rules and graph paper. Within the first 100 yards of leaving the factory, it's evident that the sports setup is on the hard side of comfortable. It's not harsh or unpleasant, and it takes huge bumps and compressions, like Putnam's Leap, as well as low-quality asphalt applied at high speeds with ease. However, at lower speeds, the ride quality has a distinct bustling edge that active dampers normally eliminate. It's hardly old-fashioned, but it does remind me of the way passively suspended sports cars with huge wheels felt roughly 10 years ago. The steering is likewise vintage, but it is excellent. While chassis engineers tuning electric systems aim to eliminate any distractions from the fundamentals of response, weighting, and caster feel, Lotus has the confidence to leave some needless disruption in. This is the thing that used to be referred to as feedback, interior and exterior features. The Emira seems stunning and taut in photographs. What you do not realize until you see one roll down your local main street is how unique the form is. It has true supercar hips and profoundly dramatic intakes and vents skillfully combined into a footprint the size of a Porsche Cayman that would not attract a second glance. Anyone nearby will predict a six-figure number if you ask them what they think the automobile is worth. Like other current Lotuses, it has a bonded aluminum chassis below. The wheelbase is identical to that of an Evora, and the Emira is really slightly bigger in every measurement, despite appearing broader. The inside of the Emira is both basic and cozy, with a simple design and seating for two, a squared-off steering wheel, and a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster greet the motorist. The material quality appears to be much higher than in past Lotus models, and we are pleased to see real switchgear for the temperature settings. Similarly, the carmaker strives to make its latest sports vehicle simpler to enter and exit by making the door sills thinner and the door apertures wider than in the Evora GT. Other useful additions include a pair of cup holders in the center console and storage boxes in the doors that can purportedly carry a half-liter bottle apiece. There is additional 7 cubic feet of cargo space behind the seats, as well as 5 cubic feet in a storage area behind the engine. The Emira's infotainment system will be controlled via a 10.2-inch touchscreen in the center of the dashboard. There are no physical buttons to modify the volume or tuning of the sound, save from controls on the steering wheel and the possibility of voice commands. The sports vehicle will include standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone capabilities, as well as 12-volt and USB charging outlets. The practicality remains restricted. Although the Emira has adequate passenger capacity for drivers over 6 feet tall, it falls short of the baggage space anticipated of a practical, daily sports car. There is no frunk beneath the nose, and the rear compartment is a small 5 cubic foot compartment located behind the engine. And that container is an oven, with the contents cooked by the heat soak produced by passionate vehicle usage. There is also a useful area between the seats and the rear firewall for storing small objects. However, storage is one area where the Emira is thoroughly outmatched by the relatively spacious Porsche Cayman. Thank you guys for watching our video till the end. Hope you all enjoyed it. For more updates on latest cars like this, please subscribe our channel Latest Luxury Cars and stay tuned for more.